Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Cause are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Cause I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing when my best friend got killed? When Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral. And I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. It gave me chills.
Man. He going, hey, man, he out there. He's swaying to the world right now, man. I'm like, he out there battling, man.
It's needed. It's been needed, and who better than a Christian to take his cross to the world and bear it, and set the mold. Hey, we coming out too, just as OGs of what we doing now, leaders. It's time for us to stand up and set the bar, because we got a lot of younger Christian artists out here, a lot of young Christians, and it's really no guidance, you know what I'm saying? So if we can stand up and be bold and show people the way, the righteous way, hey, I'm all for it. And that's what that brother doing, on a national level. So with him being bold like that, I believe he bringing more brothers up behind him to be bold and carry their cross too.
Shout out to Slingshot David, a.k.a. DEE-1, because he's definitely going against Goliath.
Yeah.
And with God, you see what David was able to do against Goliath. Who is Goliath? It's the machine. It's the so-called industry that has made billions of dollars on pushing, when I say pushing, I mean investing in particular artists for particular messages to be able to impact a particular type of people in order to feed a particular wealth system.
Yeah.
That's why when you really go behind the curtains of who runs these record companies, of who runs these different parts of the industry, there are people who look nothing like us. And so, again, when I think about what the new cool is standing up to do, we are representing for those people who look like us, who feel like us, believe like us. And what we are also letting it be known is that you can grow. And you can grow in God. I think that's the thing too. So many people stay in elementary when it comes to their faith.
Yeah.
All you want to do is celebrate that Jesus was born and that he died for our sins. And you stay right there. All the lessons, all the game that he gave in between, all of the lessons that was given before he came, that was setting up the whole scenery for him to come, that God gave. There's a lot of gems that us as believers have to contribute to our society today that we can eat off of and grow off of and prosper off of. And it's more important for those voices to be heard than it is the ones talking about ignorance.
Yeah, it is, man. And then it's you got to be bold now. And it's like it's so much against it now that it's a little more challenging to be bold now. It's a little bit more. Let me fall back, because it's a little ashamed that's going on. I don't want to say too much. I'm just gonna let it be, while everybody else talking louder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really be strong on your faith, man, and be all the way in, because it's a battle, and it could be a little scary. Not to be fearful about it, but it's like
I don't know. I mean, when we talk about the clip of DEE-1 mentioning Jim Jones, I remember Jim Jones like gave a real physical threat.
Yeah. He came back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some of these, I think that speaking to specific rappers is very bold of DEE-1 to call out specific rappers. I think that when you do that, specific rappers will feel like, hey, you're trying to take food off my plate. But I'll say this, I mean, maybe not directly, but just like we standing up for God, we are trying to take food off the devil's plate.
Right. Right.
We want people to eat the soul food that God has given us to serve. Versus the toxic candy that's being given. That's gonna give you cavities, make your teeth fall out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if God is giving you that fight, if he's giving you that mission to go against that particular Goliath, then you gotta stand